I am being victimized. My suspension is a means of silencing me.
On March 16, 2025, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan cried out that there were plans to arrest her as soon as she arrived in Abuja from the US. According to the lawmaker representing Kogi Central in the 10th National Assembly, some people in power are making these unconstitutional plans because she spoke about her suspension during the United Nations Women in Parliament session in New York. Senator Natasha believes the Senate President, Godswill Akpoabio, is behind the plan. Contrary to what some people think, Premium Times reported that the lawmaker is not making up the allegations and two top security agencies, including the State Security Service (SSS) and the National Intelligence Agency (NIA), are involved and conducting an investigation also to find the people and groups that facilitated a successful trip to the United Nations headquarters. Despite Senator Natasha's allegations, Akpabio continues to paint her as a bad egg who wants to destroy the future of the girl child and other women in Nigeria. According to the Senate President, Senator Natasha's actions could affect opportunities for other women and even his 4 daughters to hold political offices in the future. I have 4 daughters and I want to plead with politicians to still give them and other women a chance. The sin of one should not be used to punish others, he said. Interestingly, Akpabio is not the only one with daughters. Senator Natasha also has a daughter and has made it clear several times that her daughter, other girls and women in Nigeria drive a political career. Since 2023, following her election as Kogi Central Senatorial District Representative, the 45-year-old politician has commissioned road networks and classroom blocks at Abdulaziz Memorial College in Okene. She also oversaw solar-powered water systems across 300 locations while initiating healthcare outreach programs and the rehabilitation of primary health centers and a police station. Unfortunately, the Women's Forum is shaming Senator Natasha and poking holes into her love life and marriage. While some Nigerians call her Ashawo,
They were booing me, shouting me, "Oh, Ashewo, get out, get out."
They claim the politician's personal life indicates that she is not a good representative of women. How true can this be? Well, sit back as we dig deep into the lawmaker's personal life, children, and marriages.
What's good, guys? It's T-Code here for African Glitz.
The very best of Kogi Central is yet to come. I promise to be a good ambassador. I promise to change the narrative of Ibra land.
According to information on her website, Senator Natasha Hadiza Akpoti-Uduaghan was born on Sunday, December 9, 1979, at the University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital. Although the second of 4 children, the mixed-race lawmaker of Nigerian-Ukrainian descent is the only daughter of her parents. Her mother, Ludmila Kravchenko, is from Rakitna region of Chernivtsi in Ukraine, while her late father, Dr. Jimoh Abdul Akpoti, is from Obeiba Ihima in Kogi State. Natasha's parents met at the defunct Soviet Union, where her father was studying on scholarship as a foreign medical student at the Bolomunets Medical University, Ukraine. She was raised in her native communities, Okehi, Okene, Adavi, and Ajaokuta towns. Some of her earliest memories were lessons of philanthropy and empathy for humanity from her father, who sadly died in November 1998. According to the high-flying lawyer, her father treated the poor for free, paid tuition for thousands of school children, and supported hundreds of local farmers and traders with their businesses. Senator Natasha recalled how her father came home one day looking pale after donating 2 pints of blood to patients who couldn't afford medical treatment. That moment defined my belief that helping the poor should hurt, and it formed my rhetorical rationale for becoming a social entrepreneur, she explained. While growing up, Natasha loved cheering the colorful masquerades known as Eku in a local Ibira dialect. On the other hand, she loathed being called Oyinbo Pepe by people of her community because of her skin color. I knew my mother had a complexion different from everyone around us. She was white. However, I didn't think it was any different from the children I played with barefoot in my village. But I surely hated being followed and teased Oyibo by the children whenever I expressed a different point of view, she recalled. The now 45-year-old senator enjoyed playing and having fun with her 3 brothers. Natasha also has a close bond with her mother. The senator's brothers, Felix Akpoti and Sasha Alexander Akpoti have mainly supported her political journey, working closely with her on her campaigns, and even now that she is in office representing Kogi Senatorial District at the National Assembly Upper Chamber. In October of 2021, Natasha's brother Alexander Akpoti defended her and their late father after social media critic Reno Omokri came after her. In March of 2022, Natasha was conferred a chieftaincy title by the traditional ruler of Ibira land, the Ohinoyi of Ibira land. The title of Ohi Ogu of Ibira land means Queen of Wealth. So far, the award-winning lawyer has lived up to the title. However, she doesn't count her wealth by her net worth, but by how blessed she is by her supportive family, husband, and children. Natasha Akpoti married the Alema of Warri Kingdom, High Chief Emmanuel Orisha-Jalomi-Uduaghan, on March 5, 2022, in a lovely traditional ceremony at her family home in Kogi State. The then mother of three announced their engagement on Valentine's Day, February 14, 2022, before announcing her wedding date, noting that their union was a blend of cultural diversity and love. The couple shut down Kogi State for their lavish royal wedding, with top guest artists like Two-Face Idibia, Inyanya, Ocha Femi, and Daddy Shoki performing. The wedding was also packed with dignitaries, including the governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oborev Warri, his deputy Monde Onyeme, Ifeanyi Okowa, former governor Emmanuel Uduaghan and his wife, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Senator Godswill Akpoabio, former PDP national chairman Iyorchia Ayu, and several senators and national rulers across the state were also spotted at the ceremony. Natasha's husband, High Chief Uduaghan, is the cousin of two past governors of Delta State, James Ibori and Emmanuel Uduaghan. The High Chief is also the Chief Executive Officer of Webster Group of Companies, a prominent civil engineering construction company based in Delta State. The 64-year-old engineer, now a lawyer, was crowned Alema of Warri Kingdom in a grand ceremony held in 2017. The title was conferred on the High Chief in recognition of his love for the Ishakiris and his contribution to the welfare of the people in terms of poverty alleviation and youth empowerment. High Chief Uduaghan was first married to Alero Uduaghan for 21 years, and the union produced children before they eventually divorced. On the heels of her suspension, the Deputy Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Onyekachi Onwebonyi, claimed that Senator Natasha has 6 children from 6 different men. However, our investigations show that Senator Natasha had 3 children before she married the Alema of Warri Kingdom. Like many public figures, the Kogi lawmaker put a tight lid on her personal life, and very little is known about her past relationships or possible past marriages. However, Senator Natasha had a son when she was 19 years old, and we couldn't verify whether she was married then. She had 2 more children in her late 20s, a son and a daughter from another relationship. Her first son, Daniel, is 25 years old, while her second son, Zain, is 18 and her daughter is 14 years of age. In an expose published by The Wheel on July 26, 2022, Senator Natasha dated High Chief Uduaghan for a while before they decided to get married. Before then, the wealthy businessman reportedly spoiled her silly with the best things money can buy. The chairman of Webster Group of Company also reportedly sponsored her political campaign when she ran for governor of Kogi State in 2019. The reports also claimed that the High Chief gifted the lawmaker a white Rolls-Royce car for 2022 Valentine's Day. Even her 3 children benefited from his generosity, including studying and traveling abroad and enjoying the best things in life. Barely 4 months after their wedding, Senator Natasha and the Warri businessman welcomed the son called Prince Reign Emmanuel Otuoze Orichemose Uduaghan on July 12, 2022. During her son's dedication in July of 2023, the Kogi lawmaker shared her traumatic experience during his delivery while expressing gratitude to God for saving her life. "I was given 6 pints of blood. I just want to thank God for saving me. We are survivors. Our baby is a survivor, and we thank God for everything," she disclosed. Despite being surrounded by family, husband, and children who love, support, and drive a passion for making a change in society, we cannot say if the general Nigerian public shares the same sentiment. In September 2023, women from the 25 local government areas of Delta State distanced themselves from the lawmaker and warned her to leave them out of her media stunt. Contrary to media reports, the Delta women said they didn't celebrate the PDP politician tribunal victory that validated her as the rightful winner of the Kogi Central senatorial district seat. They referenced an alleged voice note from the father of Alero Uduaghan, the ex-wife of the High Chief Uduaghan. In the voice note, the Delta women alleged that the old man painfully recounted what his daughter went through when her home was under attack by Senator Natasha, who eventually broke a marriage of 21 years. Recently, a voice note of the father of our sister, Mrs. Alero Uduaghan, got leaked, where the old man painfully recounted the terrible experiences that her daughter went through when her home was shattered allegedly by blackmail and in a very wicked manner. They lamented. The women of Delta State further added that Senator Natasha is not welcomed in their home because they stand by the High Chief's ex-wife. Dog may eat dog elsewhere, but not here in Delta State. We always stand by our own and we remain standing, the women declared. More recently, following the lawmaker's suspension from the Senate, the Northern women under the aegis of the Northern Women Integrity Forum took a swipe at her personal life. During a press conference in Abuja, the national coordinator, Hajia Amina Suleiman, described her as a serial blackmailer and fraud. She told Nigerians not to trust Senator Natasha because she's a master at blackmailing and arm twisting. In her words, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan is a woman of questionable character. How can you take the word of a woman who has 4 children from different men seriously over an issue like sexual harassment? The Women's Forum further alleged that the Kogi senator blackmailed her current husband, High Chief Emmanuel Uduaghan, into a marriage he was not prepared or willing to enter. Evidence has now emerged how the infamous Natasha has blackmailed and molested her current husband into marriage using Machiavellian tactics and gimmicks. She is indeed notorious for using the courts combined with her sexual molestation gimmicks to arm twist others into achieving her sinister motives, they alleged. The Women's Forum claimed that they uncovered a letter addressed to Chief Emmanuel Orisha-Jalomi Uduaghan in 2020 by Indemnity Partners, the legal representative of Senator Natasha Akpoti. They alleged that the mother of 4 claimed that sometime in 2018, her husband made persistent amorous advances on her, which she encouraged after he promised to marry her. When the High Chief failed to fulfill his promise, Natasha accused him of poisoning her food in an attempt to delete the pregnancy she had for him. She demanded 10 billion naira as compensation from him within 7 days. This shows a repeated pattern, and anybody who takes Natasha seriously does so at his own risk. She has severally blackmailed her boyfriend, now husband, using the courts to seek huge compensations, claiming that her boyfriend used her to acquire more wealth, deemed her ambitious, made her lose her womb through an ectopic pregnancy, physically abused her, and other absurd tales. This kind of woman who goes all out to intimidate, coerce, compel, and rip people she claims to love can't do anything to have her way regardless of who it hurt. The spurious allegations against an innocent man by a woman he claimed to love, only to show that she was into the relationship for a reason, and it shows her knack for manipulation, the Women Forum alleged. Meanwhile, High Chief Uduaghan continues to support his wife. I will never trade her for anything. She's the greatest joy of my life, he affirmed in a statement released on March 1, 2025. Tell us guys, what do you think about Senator Natasha's personal life? What are your thoughts on the 45-year-old senator keeping her first 2 marriages private and not disclosing the fathers of her older children? What are your thoughts on the allegations that she was responsible for the breakdown of her husband's previous marriage? Are you surprised that despite her passion for the girl child, the Women's Forum and women of Delta State are using the fact that she had children with 3 different men against her? Finally, based on her personal life, marriage, children, and current situation, what surprises you the most?
Let's head to the comment section to share our opinion. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share with your loved ones. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified when we drop a new video. Thanks for watching. It's Tikkud here, and I'll see you again soon.